So I was clearing off my desk today and came across some notes that I made after talking to one of my dearest friends about a $10,000 decision I was making. And I've now made the decision, very happy with it, and I realized that what she helped me to do in that talk really helped me to make that decision more clearly. So I want to give you the distinctions that she was giving me, because sometimes in the middle of a question there's quite a lot of routes that you might take. And while this isn't the end-all of all decision-making processes, it can really bring some clarity to what you might be deciding on. So I'll share with you in a moment the actual process, but there's things that you want to include in this. You really want to look at what your gut feelings are about things. Any rational conclusions, of course, to include. Intuitive conclusions. Best and worst case scenarios in any situation. And this one is a big one, is your hierarchy of values. You can have them rock solid in your life to know in any decision what really ultimately do you want for yourself in your life. What's your vision of who you are and what you want to create? From that place you can have a bedrock where all decisions are made from. And there's actually whole exercises we could do about developing that. Not the focus of this video, but just know that these hierarchy of values are always there and always running, and when you can become more clear of them and direct them towards what you want, you can really create the life you want through all the decisions you make day to day and week to week and month to month. So here's the actual process. You might want to have a piece of paper to do this yourself. You can do it in your head, but it might be helpful to write it down. So you have a couple categories. There's, if I do this, what will happen? And to write down those things. Obviously pretty clear here. Next, if I do it, what won't happen? This is often really important to look at. Any decision, there's going to be some route you're not taking. So what won't happen if I do it? And here's an interesting piece that she helped me bring in. If I don't do it, what will happen? And if I don't do it, what won't happen? Now these might seem a little redundant, but when you take the time to actually write in these four quadrants, you'll realize that it brings out further clarity, some things you may not have considered that can bring the decision in either direction more strongly. So that's the process. If I do it, what will happen? If I do it, what won't happen? If I don't do it, what will happen? And if I don't do it, what won't happen? So through all that, know you can take or leave this part, but once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. My grandfather and I used to go golfing a lot, and there was something he always said to me in jest. I get up to putt on the putting green, and if I left the putt short, he'd say to me, you know, 90% of all the shots that you leave short don't go in. And he was, of course, being silly with that, being facetious, because 100% of all of them don't go in. And the same thing with making a decision, is that when we can make a decision, we can put it into action and let things come around us. Future things will happen from there, all from that point we made a decision. So hopefully this helps you with that, and overall, whatever you decide, make sure that you enjoy it. So be well. I'll see more with you on servemorepeople.com. Looking forward to it. All the best.